All right, welcome to the channel. My name is Jason, the Elite Comeback channel, and right now I started this channel, and I wanted to talk about why I started this channel. And I'm telling you guys right now, I started this channel because I'm tired of not seeing enough people step out, and I'm tired of not seeing enough people tell their stories and why they should be telling their stories. There's so many awesome stories out there today that people need to be talking about. They need to be talking about how God has changed their life and how God has came into their life and has changed them. There's people that has families that have fallen apart, everything from cheating to losing their kids to whatever, and then they've been able to rectify and save their family and make it better. There's businessmen that started in their garage and now own billion-dollar companies, and then what they've had to go through to get there. And there's people in recovery that were homeless on the streets and now have multiple years clean, and they're out there living the life that they've intended to live, and the disease of addiction isn't taking over them anymore. So that's the reason why I started this channel. I want people to understand that their stories mean something. You guys, you gotta share it more and more, and you're gonna hear awesome stories like this. You're gonna hear people that are just so passionate in what they do and how they do it and where they've gone with their business. You're gonna hear businessmen come from zero, an idea. You're going to see them. We're going to walk along the side of them as they're doing it as well. You're going to hear people's recovery stories, and you're going to hear God stories like no other. I believe today that God is still telling stories in people. It's just about not enough people are telling them. What you're going to learn from these videos as a young businessman is you're going to learn how, or businesswoman or whatever, is you're going to learn how to avoid the mistakes that I've made. You're going to learn how to build your business. You're going to learn how to see the hustle so you're not the hustle, because that's what happens with most businesses, right? Once you start making some money and everything else, you're going to have all these people who are going to try to hook onto you. Next thing you know, you're going to be the hustle. You're going to learn how to see that you're not the hustle anymore, and you're going to learn how to better your company. You're going to learn how to build your company from an idea. Guys. We're going to walk along the side of multiple people that have their idea. I'm going to put my capital behind them and my business skills, and we're going to turn their business, their idea, into a business, and we're going to teach them how to maintain that business. We're going to watch that business become a multiple $1 million company. If you take what we're doing here and you take it and you add it to what you're doing, I promise you're going to get a multi-million-dollar business out of this. All you got to do is follow along and watch how we're doing it. We're going to be doing a series. We're starting on a series, and it's going to be what I would do if I had to start over today from zero. What I mean by that is, if I had to start my life right now with $0 or that first $50, how would I get back to making $1 million a year? Let's just start it off small. Let's just say, how would I get back to making 1 million a year? And I'm going to teach you guys how I would do it if I was coming out of a sober living today with zero, if I was coming out of prison today with zero, if I was homeless coming out of, or if I lost my job and I had no other money in the bank and I was living paycheck to paycheck like most Americans are today. How I would do it right now to get back to $1 million plus a year in my bank account, guaranteed. Watch as I show you guys how we're going to do it. Watch the series step by step on what we're going to do. We're going to be doing the 12 steps of recovery series. Everything I like to do, I like to put 12 steps behind it because I've learned through the 12 steps. We're going to be doing the 12 steps of business. Why everybody should watch that series. If you're a business owner, you're going to learn so much from this, right? We're going to be doing the 12 steps of family. How to better your family, and why as a Christian you should be doing these 12 steps in your family no matter what. And we're going to be doing the 12 steps I follow in my relationship with God and how I put that in my relationship every day. Watch all 4 of these series on the 12 steps of God, family, business, and recovery. I'm going to share with you guys why I'm actually doing this podcast and how I can identify with it, right? And some of the biggest reasons here is I've been in prison since I started going to prison at the age of 12. I got out at the age of 27, on and off. I've done over 10 years in prison. I have 12 felonies, and I've been locked up in prison 7 times. And that's why I said I got over 10 years dealing with this. I was what they called on the life installment program. I got out of prison this very last time with 3 things that's changed my life completely. I got out with a $50 check. Remember that $50, because today I own multiple businesses that literally I managed over 50 million last year. So I'm going to tell you guys how I did that and how you can do it too. I got out with the belief in a God that I knew had changed my life and saved me. And I'm going to tell you guys how I've walked with that God, Christ, this whole way, and how my life has been 10 times happier since then. And I haven't went back to use it. And I got out with this dream of recovery, and that I can do this too, and I can stay clean. And we're going to walk along as I talk to other people in their stories and how I've done it. I'm celebrating in 2 days 16 years clean, and 16 years out of prison, and 16 years of owning my own business and running my own businesses. And I've gone from this little old thing with, and I laugh at this, and I share this with all my people too, is I didn't have nothing when I got out, guys. I had the $50 check. I got a GED in prison, and they came to me and they told me if I would have missed one more question, I wouldn't have made it. And I had no family or anything else. I just knew that I didn't want to go back to using drugs, and I didn't want to go back to the life I had before, and I didn't want to go back to prison. So with that, follow along, like and share, tell everybody about it, because we're going to be doing some amazing things in this podcast. Thank you, guys.